Hello, everyone. Welcome back for January's monthly address. This one's coming out pretty late. January is mostly over. It's currently the 16th, the day I'm recording this. But just having a little discussion about what the month of January is like. This month is typically, teachers, they're rushing to get all their material finished, administering any of their last few exams that they have. I know some of my students just wrote a unit exam today. Last week, some of my grade 9s wrote an exam as well. And then also just doing some review for their finals, whatever they have it planned for finals week, or maybe there's an in-class final. For students, January is making sure that, again, just like last month, making sure that you get your missing assignments handed in before the end of the semester, before the last day of classes, ideally. January, you're also spending a lot of time studying and preparing for any tests, finals, PATs, or diplomas. So for some people, this might be their first time writing a PAT or a diploma, which is a pretty challenging test. I know for many people, the diplomas, even for myself, is quite a bit of a struggle. For the grade 9s, PATs, it can be a very lengthy test. And so preparing for that, making sure you go over all of your material. January is also a time where you got to manage your stress levels. For some people, they really struggle with tests, with the anxiety that comes with that, and so just managing that and remembering and recalling that at the end of the day, it's just a bad grade. Particularly if you're not finishing up a 30 level diploma course. You can retake these courses. Even a 30 level course you can redo. It's not the end of the world. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at. But for many people, it's very stressful. It's kind of the most difficult thing that they're doing, that writing that test. So managing those stress levels, keeping the bigger picture in mind. Managing your time is also, both of these things, they're very imperative during this month. So for many students, this is their first time experiencing an exam week where they don't have to come to school on non-exam days. This can easily end up becoming, play video games and stay up all night texting or scrolling social media until you are panicking on the last day before your exam to cram all of your studying. So for students, January, just managing that time at home. I know for us, this Friday, it's coming up Friday, is going to be the last day of classes. And so I know for my students, my grade 9s don't write until the 30th of January. My grade 10s don't write until the 29th of January, which means that they have quite a bit of downtime, which it's very easy to get into a rut of just, staying up really late, sleeping in through the day, not studying, probably not eating well, probably not exercising, and definitely not studying. So how can you overcome this, poor use of time? You can spend 15 to 30 minutes daily reviewing your material. So this means no phone, no computer, no distractions, ideally. Just you and any material you need to study. So let's say your material is digital. Well, making sure that your computer is set in some sort of study mode, focus mode, so that you're not getting notifications, maybe blocking certain websites for that 15 to 30 minute period or whatever time you set out to study. And when you do that, set a timer and stick to it. If you say, hey, I'm going to study for 20 minutes, once you're done 20 minutes, just put it away. Right? If you want to do it again, go later in the day, but just stick to that time period that you set, and then the rest of the day is yours. Any studying is better than no studying, so don't go thinking that it is pointless to study for, even if it's 5 minutes, right? Whatever time you set out with no distractions. That's very important here, right? I don't mean sitting with your textbook open for 2 hours, but your screen time on your cell phone went up by an hour and a half in that 2 hours. That's not studying, right? So I mean, whatever time period you set, keep it short, keep it sweet, but no distractions. You don't want to think that this is meaningless because you're achieving a few crucial goals here, if we can call them that. One is you're building a habit of studying. Two, you're building discipline as well, because you're going to be doing this every day, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9 days before your exam. You're building trust with yourself. Are you actually going to do the thing that you said you're going to do? And when you do it, are you going to be trustworthy and say, okay, studied for 25 minutes, I'm done, I'm putting this stuff away, maybe I'll come back to it later. Maybe you take a 5-minute break, maybe you take an hour, 2-hour break, right? But you got to build that trust with yourself, especially if you don't have good discipline and a good habit of studying already. 4, you're actually studying and reviewing. If you don't have any distractions, then, you know, even if you're just doing it for 20 minutes, you actually did that. All right. So with January, best of luck with your finals, any PATs and diplomas. Other than that, we will see you in February and the new semester. Take care.